Let's do example 5, and this will be our last example. I'm putting my calculator up here because we'll want to use it this time. We are going to find the the rule, and after we write the rule, we're going to see if we can't find the 7th term. All right, I noticed starting off, this is not a common difference. Look at the way these things are growing. They're actually not growing by a common difference. So the next thing I want to check is to see if there's a common ratio. So what could I take times 81 to get 27, and so on? Well, if you'll notice, the numbers are actually getting smaller. So instead of multiplying, we're actually dividing. And you've probably noticed by now, these are dividing by 3. But in an exponential problem, we don't talk about division, we talk about multiplication. So instead of, say, divide by 3, I'm going to say these are all multiplying by a third. Because multiplying by 3 and, dividing by 3 and multiplying by a third is the same thing. So the common ratio on this one is 1/3. So when I write the rule, I'm going to have the first term times the ratio to the n minus 1 power. So this is the rule. The next thing I want to do is try to find the 7th term. So I'm going to have a sub n equals 81 times 1/3 to the 7 minus 1 power, or 81 times 1/3 to the 6th power. And I'm just going to type that straight into my calculator. So 81 parenthesis 1 divided by 3, or you can use the fraction key, whichever you prefer, to the 6th power. And then I get some decimal. I like, since the ratio is in terms of a fraction, to turn it back into a fraction, so I'm going to push math 1. And I can see that the 7th term would be 1/9. And I could go ahead and see how that would work. This was the 4th term. If I multiply by a third, I would get 1 for the 5th term. If I multiply by a third for the 6th term, 1 times a third is 1/3. And for the 7th term, if I multiply by a third again, I would get 1/9. So you can see how that rule is true. I hope these examples were helpful. Again, feel free to email me with any questions. I'm fine if we need to set up a Google Meet to answer individual questions. Just please let me know how I can help you. Thanks.